Hi friends, Chandrasekhar here again. This time we will be talking about Mithuna, Gemini Rashi. Now, this is the third Rashi in order of the Rashis beginning from Zodiac, that is Mesh, then Vrishabha, Aries, then naturally the Taurus, followed by Gemini. Now, this Rashi, being the third, can also represent the throat of the Kalapurusha, the shoulders, the arms, and so on and so forth. It is called Yugula. Yugul means two, I mean male and female. It is called Yugma. Yugma again means two things of a pair, let us call it. Then Nruyugma means human pair. Dvandva, again the same thing. Jutuma, Yama, or Tritiya. These are all names of Gemini, that is Mithun Rashi. It is odd Rashi, as is obvious because it is the third in order. It is said to be of Vayu Tattva. Now here there may be some confusion because in the earlier one I talked about Vrishab Rashi, which for some is Vayu Tattva, for some it is Prithvi Tattva. Both the opinions are held by the learned. Perhaps Vrishab is thought about as Prithvi Rashi because Vrishab, the Taurus, the bull, operates on earth, and however in case of Mithuna, then there is again a different way of thinking. Some think it is Airy Rashi, Vayu Rashi, which could also be right because ultimately the 11th Rashi, which is trine from it, Kumbha, Aquarius, is also called of Vayu Tattva, whereas Rudra Bhatta, the commentator of Varaha Mihira, I mean Brihad Jataka of Varaha Mihira, calls it a Prithvi Rashi. It is two-legged, obviously, because if it is a pair of human beings, one male and one female, that is the representation of Gemini, that is Mithuna Rashi. Then naturally it has two legs, so it is called Dvipada Rashi. This Dvipada Chatushpada is more of use in case of thefts and accidents and other things. It is a male Rashi, obviously it will be a bit cruel. It is powerful in the night time. It is said to travel or remain in villages. However, again, Varamira has different opinion. He thinks it inhabits places where speculation is done. And they called it and places where people fornicate. Places like it is called vihar, places where people go for travels or for roaming about. See, so gambling, all these things, according to the great Varamir, come under Mithun Rashi. It is generally supposed to be a proportionate Rashi. Usually you will find people of Mithun Lagna especially. When Mithun Rashi happens to be the ascendant, that is Gemini ascendant, you will find them to be a bit dainty. They have got extremely good memory. That is one thing which I have observed. I am sure you will also observe yourself. It represents the Vata humor. Ayurveda has three humors: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And this is Vata because you can see Mercury is friend of the great Saturn. Saturn also rules over Vata, the arthritis and other elements. It is spread from the third pada, the quarter of Mruga Nakshatra, goes on to entire Ardra and spans up to the third nakshatra, third quarter of Punarvasu Nakshatra. It is said to be of Shudra Varna, the fourth amongst the caste system or Varna system, which was primarily based on the work that a person does. It is Shudra. It has light green color. That is the color of Mithuna Rashi, like the curtain which is behind me, the light green color, that is its color. Now, as we can see, it is a dual Rashi. So it is partly the Chara, and part of it is Sthira Rashi. Now there are differences of opinion about what is whether the first part is Chara or the second part is Chara. If you ask me, I would think it is the first part which is Chara, second part is Sthira. And my logic is after the beginning from Mesha, that is Aries, that is a Chara Rashi, the cardinal Rashi, followed by a fixed Rashi. So the first half of Mithun would be cardinal, and second would be fixed, which is again followed by a Chara Rashi, the cardinal Rashi, which will be Cancer, about which we will talk later. This ruler of Mithuna, Gemini, is Buddha, Mercury. And we have seen in our description of planet Buddha that he was extremely intelligent, and so Guru Jupiter knew that it is not born out of his seed but from a moon, still accepted him as his son and taught him everything, every knowledge that he gave. And that is why between Virgo and Gemini, both are ruled by Buddha, Mercury, but there is some small difference that is always there. You will find that these are Rashis which are active, could be a bit curt in talking because they are Nara Rashis, the cruel Rashis, and generally of a dainty structure. I mean, how I can explain dainty, I don't know, but you can think about it. It is more dainty. They are not very large or very short or something. Usually proportionate body. Good people. Buddha rules over skin. So could also be, if they are doctors, they might be more attracted towards, anything. I mean, specialty could be dermatology or even pathology, the analysis of different things. As you know, Buddha rules over all the three doshas. But Mithun part is more about the Vata, the arthritis type of, or the asthma type of things which are there. These are, the difficulty in breathing. All these things are usually connected more with Mithun Rashi, though they would also be part of Virgo, the Kanya Rashi as we call it. Now, here we have to understand being dual, again when you come to somebody with an ascendant which is verging either on Taurus or on the Karka, that is Cancer Rashi, you will find that difference between the behavior. If it is in the latter part, that person would be steady, would sit like that, would be very careful in asking questions, generally comes with a specific question. But if it is the earlier part of Mithun Rashi, then he could be a bit, I can say, active, or he would move about while talking, and could sometimes ask 2 or 3 questions instead of one when he approaches an astrologer, and that is how these are the things, the small things which can make us understand, or rather try to fix the lagna. I have always been telling that it is very important to fix a lagna because bhavas are arrived from lagna. So, and the bhavas indicate the part of life about which we are trying to focus or trying to find out something. Like, so second bhava will be the kutumba bhava, and third bhava will be the bhava for brothers. And so if your lagna goes wrong, then everything else can go wrong. Your prediction could also go wrong. And so whether Prithvi or Vayu is a choice, I would still think that this is a grey area, let us put it that way. I myself am not very certain, but since two great people, Parashara has one interpretation of that, whereas the great Varahamir has a different interpretation. Or rather, Rudra Bhatta, who is a commentator on Brihad Jataka, one of the great commentators. Bhattotpala and Rudra Bhatta both have written commentary on Brihad Jataka, not Jatak Parida. Sorry, extremely sorry. At my age, sometimes I make mistakes, and you will bear with me. So, remember, because in Sanskrit, the language is very brief. By the time of Varahamir, it became even more complex because perhaps the people of different religions started coming, and these learned did not want this divine science to fall in any hands which may misuse it. So the way the shlokas were written started changing. Sometimes Bhuta Sankhya was used, sometimes Katapayadi was used, and so you will find it is more and more difficult to interpret shlokas of latter day astrologers than those of the time of Narada or Parashara. And so this is Mithun, this is Gemini. I would not bore you much with this Rashi, but you have to understand one thing. They are very sharp, have large memory, can absorb anything very fast. There would be a tendency of, having more friends, helping them. Generally, though it is a Krura Rashi, a Purusha Rashi, but remember that it is a dual Rashi. It has parts of softness as well as harshness. So many a times, Gemini people could also be somebody who is, they would be people who might have some organizations which help those who are in distress. So don't be surprised if that happens. Of course, being a dual Rashi, making decisions could be a bit difficult for them, because the Rashi is, if Vayu Tattva is more effective, then of course it will be more philosophical bent of mind. But if Prithvi Tattva predominates in case of Jataka with Mithun Rashi, then they will be more down to earth, more fixed about their opinions would also be fixed. And so the dual Rashis are always difficult to decipher, if I can use the right word, because ultimately what we are doing is we are trying to decipher what is likely to happen, what is the nature of that person, how he thinks, and what he can do at a particular point of time because of the transit planets and the period of influence of planets in the natal chart itself. So this you will find in almost all the dual Rashis. Another thing is, many a times when dual Rashi is in 5th or 9th, and if it is again aspected by a we can call it a Uranus planet. No planet is Uranus, of course, but yes, Saturn and Mercury are supposed to be Uranus. And in that case, there is a possibility of twin progeny being there for the Jataka. Whether male or female, that is what it represents. So when Mercury is in the 5th house or 9th house, you can always safely more or less say there can be one male and one female child to this person. Then even within this there is a somewhat complex thing that happens. Something that Saturn is a male hermaphrodite and Mercury is a female hermaphrodite, but I don't think there can be any such division. Of course, this is my opinion. You can take your own opinion, think about it. And of course, Rahu being like Saturn can also indicate one male, one female. It is possible, not necessarily a certainty, because ultimately Rahu has to express through somebody. So it would more give the results of the planet which he connects with or conjoins with, or whose Rashi he occupies. So Buddha and Saturn have that thing. Buddha, some people, Buddha by himself is Vaishya, the trader, but Mithun Rashi is supposed to be Shudra. So there is again a distinction between the Lord and the Rashi itself, and that is because every planet owns, barring of course Sun and Moon, own two different Rashi, and as owner of one Rashi he will behave in a different fashion. In case of other Rashi he will behave in the different fashion. Now why? In natural zodiac, see, Kanya, Virgo is the 6th house. That is house of relatives. Buddha is also Karaka for relatives. So as owner of the 6th house he behaves in a different fashion. Whereas as owner of the 3rd house, house of Parakrama, valor, he would behave certainly in a different fashion. So you will find that people with Virgo or Kanya Rashi are sometimes, they take things many times verbatim. I mean, they accept whatever is at face value, you can call it. Whereas those with Gemini Rashi are more discriminating. It would be easy for them to maybe see through somebody who is trying to either deceive them or something like that. So these are the, of course, both Rashis would be a bit, being male and female, of course, they would be more attracted towards religion. But that is a different part, and we are not much interested in that, because faith is everybody's belief. And so, my friends, I will cut it short here, and we will go to the next Rashi, that is Cancer, in the next lecture. Do go on telling me what I need to add to this, so that some value is added. Any place you want me to elaborate more upon, do let me know. And you will find that in case of these dual Rashis, there are always differences of opinion, naturally, because sometimes the male part comes out, or the cardinal parts comes out, sometimes the fixed part comes out, and in the behavior of the person who is, or the bhava which represents this particular Rashi, wherever it falls, there would be some confusion. And as you can see right from the tattva that it represents, whether it is Vayu or it is Prithvi, there is difference in opinion. Similarly, again, whether it lives in villages or it lives in places of gambling and speculation, or where coitus happens, again there is a difference in opinion. That could perhaps also have to do with the fact that it is a male and female, and so place of coitus has more perhaps to do with the fact that there is a male and female in heart, rather than because it is Mithun itself. I would say it is Rashi owned by a planet who is the trader and who is intelligent. So gambling and speculative places could be correct. Mithun is ruled by Buddha, Mercury, who is Kumar, and so places where you go for travels, or you want to go around and go to places where tourists come, is also possible. But this is Mithun. As usual, in all dual Rashis, you will find differences of opinion between the grades. You decide what is right for you, what you find actually occurring in the charts that you analyze, and I am sure you will understand the why it has been always said that bhava is the extract of everything. This will help you understand. But those Rashis also have their own importance, especially in identifying the trade that somebody can take. If it is in 4th house, maybe that person would be more interested in commerce, subject like commerce or mass communication or something like that, because ultimately Mithun is ruled by Buddha, and that is quite possible. So my friends, I take your leave. We will meet again in the next lecture, which will be on Cancer Rashi, Karka Rashi. Karka is crab, and we will see how it comes out. And you have to again understand that the nature of Rashis and the animals involved. When I mean animal, I also take human beings to be animals, because that is how the ancient sciences looked at everybody. We call them Bhuta. Everybody who is there, who has life, is called Bhuta, and we are also out of that. Okay. So thank you, friends. We'll meet again.